Hanging on for the ride here, not really.
Hanging on for the ride? Well, we are live.
Hanging on.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to JP's Budget Collecting. I'm on vacation as of like 3 hours ago for the next 2 weeks, so I just decided to go live, hanging out. Oh man, Kavi, what's going on?
Sorry, I had like 2 windows open or something, so I don't know if that
Oh, you're good.
There was no echo? Okay, good. I'm good, man. I just wrapped up dinner. I got to get back to work here in a couple hours. Went on Biggie Shaq's show earlier, which was good. It was a good interview.
That was really
with Biggie. That was fun. So,
he was doing great.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it, though. What's up with you?
No. Oh, I don't actually have a whole lot. I just was kind of bored and wanted to hang out.
Yeah.
This is an open invite. If anybody would like the invite, let me know. I can send to it.
Oh, Mr. Garrell's in the chat. He should come on. Yep, come on, Garrell.
Yeah. I don't know if I have Garrell's email or not. I'm trying to think because I don't think he's ever actually been on. I don't think we've ever actually been on a show. We're going to be on a show. He's going to be on my God Country breakdown for the indie show. But
cool. He was on my my channel for the Star Wars. You were on with him on that, right? But that was on my channel.
That's when we were. That you're right. That was.
Yeah,
I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, he was. We were both on that. So, Dave Mayers, Mr. Garrell, Sam I Am. What's going on, fellas? Thanks for hanging out. Yeah. So no, I literally have almost nothing to show or anything like that. But I just thought, we'll go live, see what's happening, see what people are up to on this Thursday night. So,
what's up, DS?
If you not watch,
Gamers, Sam I Am.
Yeah, DS. What's going on, man? If you didn't watch it, Kavi was on Biggie Shaq's channel earlier tonight, getting interviewed by Biggie
good.
Shaq.
Yeah, I had fun.
It was really good. Biggie did a great job. So
definitely.
There's unreally, the StreamYard's like 9 years.
He put some thought into the like what he was going to bring up. I guess was pretty good.
Yeah, he did. He was kind of all over it. So
definitely.
So what else? So you said you were. So when are you headed to the comic shop? You said during that you were finally going to get to go to the comic.
Sometime this weekend. Probably Saturday. I don't know.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Nice.
No reason really. It's available on the Rewind.
It is available on the Rewind. It is on YouTube. So I went to my shop yesterday for only the second time, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe second time I've actually been there. Like they sent me some books and stuff. They mailed me a few books when it was still going on. I think this is only the second time I've actually made the trip though. The
big sign for the entire New York City comic book community was the email blast on Monday for Midtown Comics. Like until that happened, really the floodgates, have been closed, if you will. But they are now open. All of their stores are now open to in-person traffic. 50% reduced capacity. Social distancing measures. Gotta wear a mask. Can't get away with not wearing a mask inside the comic shops. Point of purchase, counter has to be behind a glass or whatever.
Right.
So they're being careful about it and everything. So and I've been cooped up, like a
way worse than
so it does sound like a nice little change of pace, even in having to deal with some of those headaches and the potential risk. Obviously, I wouldn't go without wearing a mask. They wouldn't let me in without wearing a mask.
Well, yeah.
And I'm not going to go get on the subway, to go there. I'll probably get like an Uber ride or something like that. Keep the amount of human beings I interact with to a minimal. But I really could use like a good 60 minutes inside of a comic book shop just for mental health, just like mental health purposes, frankly.
Yeah. The thing is, I went and I didn't have a very big stack, even though I hadn't been there in like 3 weeks, or they hadn't sent me anything in like 3 weeks. And I looked a little bit, and I talked to Rogue, who's like the lady who's always in there, and we talked for a little bit, like from across the shop, and but I was probably only in there 20 minutes. It was like I drove an hour, was there for 20 minutes, drove an hour back.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I feel obligated. I go in, it's like, well, I got to look through the back issue bins, but I've like, actually, they have picked up a few things. I really probably should
If
look
I
a
was
little
in your position, I'd probably end up going the lazy route and doing it all through like My Comic Shop pre-order or Midtown pre-order, or whatever, and just
I've considered that, but
set it and forget it, and then make edits every once in a while. Like,
yeah,
granted, you're talking to a guy who has now been cold turkey off of New Comic Book Day books for the entirety of 2020. I have basically, even pre-COVID-19 situation, I stopped buying New Comic Book Day Wednesday books. I still occasionally would cave and get it issued digitally just to keep up with the read or whatever, but even that has now stopped, with the exception of the Venom run. The Donny Cates, Stegman run. I've still been reading that, and I was all the way caught up on all the Hickman stuff. But if they put out new books moving forward from here, probably not going to get them digitally either. I'll wait till they show up on Marvel Unlimited a year from now or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I get it. No, I completely understand it. Like, I have cut way the heck back. I mean, like, literally. Actually, and this was something else I picked up, but this is 3 weeks of Wednesdays.
Oh yeah, that's nothing, I guess,
Yeah, it was $24. I spent $24 in my comic shop. It was like, and that was 3 weeks worth. It's just, yeah, I've cut way the heck back, and I don't know. I want to keep supporting them as much as I can. I appreciate them being like even that close, like, because I went so long without anything, and so yeah.
What are the stories that are like hitting right now for you?
Only thing, like, so, like, two of these are actually, because it had been long enough, two of these are actually Batman, 93 and 94.
Okay.
I did not pick up the Matina, the B covers, because they're Matina, and that was Detective. Sorry, I grabbed Batman and Detective, but two of them were, there's the other Batman.
I had, I had pre-orders in with Midtown that I made, like, literally, like, in January or something like that I forgot about. And I also made pre-orders at like Frankie's Comics, and like, honestly, there could be other pre-orders out there that are still waiting for that book to like come back around or whatever.
Yeah.
That might miraculously show up, but I have not put anything new into like, any of my former places to get New Comic Book Day, new release books, since February essentially. And now that it's kind of on the way back, I guess, if you will, with at least with Marvel, DC, Image, and seems to be figuring itself out. I'm open to like checking out what people think are the good reads. I'll just wait for the trade paperback though, most likely.
Yeah. Hey Matt, what's going on? Matt dropped in here. Betsy Trevor dropped in here. I don't think I ever shouted him out. I clicked on his thing a couple times, but we're just hanging out. If anybody wants to join us, this is open.
Hey, what's up, Rob?
Hey, Rob. You are welcome to come hang out. Like I said, I don't really have much to open. I do have something to open here in a second, but
okay, really? Cool.
Yeah, well, it's proof that JP. Well, here, I'll just open it because Matt is here. Proof that JP does not completely suck at Comic-Gory. I did win the home edition and win a prize.
Oh, it's a prize. Okay.
Yeah, because I won a prize because Big Will didn't have a book to fit the category.
Nice.
So that's basically, that's really what happened there. So we'll open this up real quick. And it'll be the first one of these, like, new one of these to enter my house in, like, probably almost 2 years, 18 months, probably. I haven't bought any of these in forever. So I have now a Red Guardian Funko Pop.
Oh, wow.
My big winnings from Comic-Gory. Thank you, Matt.
I still haven't unboxed all the Funko Pops I bought from you back in February.
Why you bought those? I have no idea.
I stuck them in a closet, and then that closet became my like original art shipment box, like storage room or whatever, you know, kind of like a storage solution for like any art that I bought that gets shipped in. I keep the box. Any art that I've ever shipped, I've only like done 2 trades ever, but I reuse all the, you know, the packaging material to ship out art also for trades and stuff. But that stuff takes up a lot of room. So like, so the boxes that you sent the pops in were like at the bottom of like a giant stack of like boxes, you know, and I would have to go in there and kind of like swim in there and kind of like dig them out of there to unbox them. So maybe I'll do it eventually because, you know, it's something to do that I could make a video with, I guess. But I'm in no rush.
Whoa. So, yeah, Rob, resend me that because I couldn't find it when I looked for it just now. So I know I have it somewhere, but I couldn't find it. So get back on Instagram here.
Well, Rob's email.
Yeah, I have it. I just when I went to type it in, I apparently don't remember exactly.
Is it not near mint at Gmail or is it robworst at Gmail?
I thought it was Rob, but like maybe not. So
I don't know.
That should have come up. That should have come up when I started typing it, but there it is. Yeah. Or maybe I just didn't recognize it. when it's
report at our
the report thing I think might have thrown me. When I seen that, I might not have registered that that's what it was. So because I'm not always the smartest tech in the drawer or box or whatever. So
is that a saying?
What? I have no idea.
I'm not always the smartest tack in the box.
I don't know. Hey,
is it sharpest? Is it sharpest tack in the box?
Sharpest tack.
You just prove your own point.
I did. Hey, I'm 3 beers into my vacation.
Oh yeah, you. That's a good excuse. It's definitely a good excuse.
It's not true, but it's a good excuse. So. But yeah, so I've been enjoying, like, I know you said you hadn't been reading anything. I've been enjoying Tinian's run on Batman. It's this Joker War that they've set up.
That's good. I mean, I finally started picking up where I left off on the Tom King Batman run. But hey, what's up, Rob?
Hey, Rob.
I finally started utilizing the DC app. You know, the money I pay for the DC Universe freaking subscription or whatever to like read comic books on there. You know, like I've done a little bit, but like more recently, I've done way more heavy reading in that app. So I finally started picking up where I left because I dropped off the Tom King run around issue 52, 53, like basically right after the wedding, you know. So I didn't read the storyline from like 52, 53 to when Tinian took over. So I'm now catching up on the end of the Tom King run, I guess, so I can actually read the Tinian run. Although I guess I could just pick up and start reading the Tinian run. But something in my head doesn't compute when the run's not starting over with a number 1 with a new writer. Right. So I have to just read all the issues, you know. So.
I'm sorry, some of those Tom King issues are rough.
Some of them are really good, though. Some of them are really good.
Like, I'm a bit
Batman of number 84. Do you remember what happened in that issue?
No, I'm on like issue 58.
Oh, that's the last one, right?
Well, this was getting close to the end of the storyline of City of Bane, and I'm not going to really spoil anything.
Yes, I haven't gotten to City of Bane yet, I guess, theoretically. Yeah.
But what winds up happening in that issue, it plays off of what happened in the Button storyline, where you have Eborn Thawne drop in, and this is what he says to Thomas Wayne. You killed me, so I did the next best thing. I brought you here. You told me you could never live in a world with your son running around as Batman. Goodbye. And leaves him there. And it sets up the whole end of the storyline.
That's interesting.
It's not, like, I know it gets a ton of hate. It's not as bad. It doesn't deserve all the hate, but I just felt like the pacing of the whole thing was just really bad.
It's kind of like going in to watch Saving Private Ryan, or rather going in to watch Inglourious Bastards and expecting Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's a slow burn. That was his storyline.
I mean, like, I like pretty much everything I've read that Tom King has done, with the exception of that part of the Batman story arc. But I like a lot of the other parts of his run prior to issue 50. So, and I don't think issue 50 is like the worst comic book I've ever read. It's just a disappointing turn of events. That's all.
Well, the thing was with 50, I knew that was coming. And
I saw it coming. I saw it coming as I was reading the run back in the day when everybody was
I knew they
it.
weren't getting married, and I didn't understand all the hype because I knew I was just going to piss everybody off.
He was all about breaking down the Bat from the very first storyline where he knew he was going to die, trying to rescue a plane, and then here's this Gotham girl. It was all about tearing down Batman. There was no way in issue 50 when he's saying, I have more than 110 issues I plan on running, he couldn't have Batman be happy halfway through the storyline.
No, right, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
I understood it.
Bad.
Yeah, I understood it. I would put the run, it's unfair for me to judge a run I haven't completely read yet. So I do plan on reading the entire rest of the run and the Tinian stuff, although that's not on the app yet. So
it felt like he was trying to do a more mature version of Batman the Animated Series and just make it more grounded, a little bit more realistic, even throwing in characters like Gotham Girl. And the only reason why she was super strong was because of a venom sort of serum running through her system.
Right.
Yeah.
So everything about his series was pathos. It was about just depression. And apparently for DC it works. But everyone hated it because...
Well, that's kind of what all of his books are about.
I mean, everything Tom King's right is about depression.
Kind of, yeah.
Batman with a smile. Oh wait,
yeah. And I will say, I think a lot of the story notes and the themes that he's dealing with there are really good. I just think the pacing, it got too slow in the second half. From issue 55 to 75, it was just okay, let's get there.
Oh, so the exact part I'm trying to read right now.
Yeah.
Damn it.
And there's some really good issues in there, but there's some it just takes too damn long.
If you were going to read no other story that that Tom King wrote on Batman, I would just cite to Batman Annual issue number 2.
I love that one.
Date night.
It's so good.
Superman and Batman going out as Clark Kent and Bruce, and you see Selina and Lois meet for the first time.
That's a great.
And then the issue where they go to double date from there. Did that come out? That came out before the double date issue, right?
The annual came out before the double date issue.
Right.
Issue 50. Long.
Yeah. But those are two good issues.
Issue 5, the double date 8 is 37. I think
39. I think maybe.
It's somewhere in the late 30s. Yeah. I actually have that. I actually got that issue signed by Tom King because I enjoyed that issue so much.
Right. Yeah. I love that issue. It was a great issue.
Yeah, for me, they were some of the best written issues of the year. And then I guess editorial said, I don't really like what you're doing, so we're going to tamper with things because that's what we do.
Is anyone reading the Batman's Grave maxi series by Warren Ellis? Because I collected, I think, the first 3 issues, and I did like the book, but then I stopped buying new books and I fell off of it.
Yeah, I have not read it.
I just haven't started.
That started right at the time as I was trying to really cut back, and I'm I'm not adding another Batman.
Another Batman title, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. So
I liked the concept of that one because I knew it was only going to be 12 issues, and it was Warren Ellis.
Honestly, I just expected if it was good, I'd read the trade at some point, and if it wasn't, then I'd never bother with it.
I thought the first 2 issues were really good, and I don't remember from there. I don't even know if I have read issue 3, honestly. But
I agree with that, Matt. Those were really good issues as well. And reminder, Matt, if you're not doing anything, you can let me know. I'll send you a link. You can hop in. So,
wait, is there a Comic Gories tonight?
Hey, George.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, just making sure. I'm going, wait a second. Didn't I read something about maybe I think somebody posted something a while back that I just read today for the first time.
You're
George.
Drunk.
Here, George. Oh, I'm going to have to get a refill.
Cheers.
Nice.
Only other things I picked up, obviously I already showed this. I picked up Detective.
Bad for you, sugar water.
Yeah, that is bad for you. I picked up. I'm still reading Die, which this is
I
really
missed
good.
it.
Yeah, I dropped
Yeah,
off a guy after the first volume, and
I got the Injuk Lee bad girl cover because I'm weak for bad. So, and then I did actually. I have been picking up the Batman Adventures continues.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, is that fun? Like,
It is so far. It's only 2 issues in, but it's so far. Like it actually introduced is Deathstroke to that version of the universe, and I don't want to give away too much spoil. Well, I'll just spoil it. Like the first issue, you see Red Hood, which you've never seen in the Batman animated universe. Well, he's not Red Hood yet, but yeah, like Jason Todd is a lot in that universe. So nice. You got the other cover, Mike.
Yeah. He's
guys,
I'm a little iffy on the other guy doing the art right now. I'm like, yeah, I'll go with Dustin Newkin.
Yeah.
Have you guys read anything from this series? It's like a mid-'90s series called Batman, the Batman Chronicles. Picked up a few back issues from this title.
I think I have a few of those, like just from.
I know Boland did a few covers.
This one's a Boland. Bill Sienkiewicz has interior work. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if he did this cover, but they're literally advertising him on the book right there, like that he worked on that. And then there's this Paul Pope cover, which kind of goes nice with the Year 100 stuff or whatever. And this is cool. Buckingham cover right here. So I don't know. I picked up a few of these kind of just based on the covers I liked, just to flip through. For like $2 books or whatever, but
And then I did have a book
from back in the day. There's plenty of art that they put out there that you can get for $2 or $3.
Right.
Yeah, and then Kavi, you'll like this one. This came in this week. My favorite of the Jenny Frison Sonia covers.
Nice.
Now, have you ever read a Red Sonja comic?
I've actually read this whole run.
I've never read one.
I want to find out. This is the first time I have ever met somebody that's read a Red Sonja. I have some questions.
Okay, so this is I read this all originally digitally years ago. This is a Gail Simone's run, so it's a little different than most Red Sonja runs, I think.
I don't know any Red Sonja runs at all.
Yeah, it's the only run I've ever read.
So what's her story, and does it relate to anything else?
So this is Dynamite kind of redid her origin as part of this. So they got rid of all the she can't have sex unless she's defeated in battle and all that kind of crap. Like they got rid of all that. She's just a warrior. When you meet her, she's actually basically been captured and is in this dungeon thing, and they're basically making her fight in a gladiator pit. and it goes on from there, and she actually goes on and she basically has sex with almost everybody she comes across during this whole run. So she's just it's a very I enjoyed it. So it's the only run I've ever read. Somebody said it was good. I remember saying that it was really good. So I was like, I'll give it a shot.
Wow, this is crazy. I mean, so this story that Sienkiewicz, sorry, I always do that. Sienkiewicz did in this book. Yeah. It's written. It's not written. It's written by Bob Gale like a pulp, and then they have images associated with the written. It's like a pulp. That's a Sienkiewicz image, clearly right there.
Yeah.
But it's regular text. I've never seen a story like that in a floppy.
Oh, wow. It reminds me a lot of the Grant Morrison Arkham Asylum.
I don't think I've read that, but I have a trade for that on the way. Yeah.
That's when we're trying to remember that we ordered.
I know, and they told me it was out of stock, and I gave them a replacement, and then they, after 10 emails back and forth, they're like, "We made a mistake. We already shipped it out, and Arkham Asylum is in there." So I'm like, oh, thanks for wasting several hours of my time.
So yeah, that order for me is UPS transferred it to the post office Monday or something, and it's just the post office isn't even acknowledged that they have it yet. So yeah, that's good.
Damn, I like that. I'm gonna have to read this because this is like very.
So what is that from again?
Batman Chronicles issue number 10, featuring "To See the Batman" by Bob Back to the Future Gale with Bill Sienkiewicz.
Huh. Like I have a few of those Batman Chronicles issues. I don't have that one though. So and they're not. Most of them are just regular comic books.
This is cool. I've never seen anything like this in a Batman book. So.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm glad I opened it. Sometimes it's nice when you open a comic and you get a surprise like that. You know?
So I will say, like, just because you asked, Rob, I only own 2 Red Sonny comics, and they're both because of the Frisson cover. So, like, but I had read that run. That run was part of it. So yeah.
It's just a question I always have to ask when I see people read like 3 types of books: Spawn, Red Sonja, and
Vampirella.
Pretty much covers like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does anybody actually read Vampirella? Like,
yeah, that was the one I was thinking of.
I've only read Vampirella number 1. I have a reprint or whatever. You know, that's it.
Yeah.
Like the original Warren. You know.
Like the original, like the 70s.
Yeah. It's the only one I read.
When did that come out? Early 70s or late 60s?
I think so.
I thought it was like 69 or so, but I could be
wrong.
late
60s, early 70s.
Yeah.
And like the first few issues, she was kind of like the crypt keeper. She would just be,
yeah.
Hey, I'm here to introduce the story, and here it is. And it wasn't until like issue 4, 5, 6, or 7.
Pretty much, yeah.
For Zeta, with the covers that were being used, they were like, oh, let's try and make a story around it. And I have no idea what that story is.
Yeah. It is, I mean, I don't want to make assumptions that there are not people out there that read it for the story, but it's like one of those ultimate pinup titles, you know?
Yeah. It very much is. Yeah. It's funny though, like you say that, but like all the Let's Collect I've done, the Vampirella one has like 3 times more views than any of the others.
Of course.
That one has way more views than any of the others.
If any one of us put like Power Girl issue, what is it, 26 or 27, the booby cover.
Yeah.
If you put that as like your main image for your video, whatever video it might be, you can title it whatever you want to. Not playing poker with dogs while they're wearing bow ties.
You know, that's one YouTube content optimization thing I have not actually tried yet is TNA thumbnails to help my channel growth. I
haven't.
I might think about that. I don't know. I don't know about that.
That is something you see a lot of people do.
A lot of people do it. Now that you're saying that, it's like, yeah, a lot of people do that. So, yeah.
A lot of people? I'm not.
I know, not you. I'm not saying you.
Fault them for it if they refuse.
Well, I'm also like, my channel is also like not growing. So there you go.
Neither is mine.
So I've been
stagnant. But you're producing content that I actually enjoy watching.
Right.
Instead of, okay, here's a quick example of a book that I picked up that I didn't read, but I watched a whole bunch of other people's videos talking about it, and this is my interpretation of a book I've never read before.
And it might be a good investment today.
Yeah. These are top 5 books on this price.
Yeah, spec on this. So
this is why I only make 1 video a week, because I feel like if I was doing one every day, I'd be like Rush Limbaugh, repeating myself every single day with the same 5 talking points. And how much can I just say, maybe you should hold on to your money to buy that bigger book instead of all these smaller ones. Right. If I'm saying that at least once every episode, I'm probably going to say it several times a week until I hate myself for saying it. It's like working in a call center going, hey, I have a subscription for you for a lottery. And you can't win if you don't play. And you say it so often, you're like, I hate myself.
You know what's interesting? Like, because I make content at a similar pace, you know, like where it's like maybe 1 video a week if I'm active at the time, you know, and then I go through my inactive like few weeks off every once in a while. But one of the things I try not to look at the analytics too often, but every now and then I will, right? And you know they make like a whole separate app for analytics or whatever, like that you can put on your phone or whatever. Once you get that app, it's like you're doing it. Like you're gonna start looking at it. And the thing I always look at is the watch time from subscribers column over the last 30 days or last 24 weeks or 28 days or whatever it is. And like mine's always 80 to 85% subscribers watching me. So I feel good about that in some ways, meaning like the people that are subscribed to me are watching and enjoying my content. But what it also tells me is that something about what I'm doing is like YouTube's not recommending my content to anybody.
Yeah.
And therefore I'm not getting new people in the door to subscribe or experience the content. It's just like I'm happy that these 85% of my people are like watching something that I put out over the course of a month. Like, and I don't know what your guys' numbers are in that column. Or whatever, but
I think that's like, interesting because last year during the first year when I like grew so fast and like caught up to you and actually I got ahead and stuff, I was running about 60-40 till about December. And since then
60-40 subscriber to unsubscriber? Or?
To unsubscribe. And when I was picking up a lot of new subs. And then since January, my sub count is just like flatline. Like I pick up a couple a week. And now it's like 80-20. Right.
And that's where my channel has like always been since day one, since I started it. It's been like my subs and then like it's here's but my subs are still watching. It's like, okay, great. I love that. Like, cause I feel proud of that. But at the same time, it's like, is there any content that I would actually enjoy making that would increase YouTube's exposure audience-wise to my channel? And I keep thinking about it, and I can't think of it really, because like
no, I mean I know how to like get subs, like make a spec on these books video, make a what's coming out next week video, make a
CGC unboxings every now and then can help too, like if you have them.
My CGC unboxings didn't get hardly any views.
Really?
So, yeah, but also reminder to the chat, John jumped in here. I think he might be the only new one. TK's back game jumped in here. This is open invite. We're just hanging out tonight, fellas. If anybody wants to hop on and hang out and talk with us. But yeah, it's very interesting, like, because that's one of the few things that I do look at on there. And it's like, there has definitely been a shift. When my sub count started slowing down, I went to almost only subs watching my videos.
Yeah, same. Or I just think I've been there the whole time.
Yeah. I think a couple-sided approach looking at this. One, what kind of videos, just asking yourself this, what kind of videos do you want to watch? Like if you're going, okay, I'm sitting down, I'm not doing shit for the rest of the day. What should I watch today? And if I'm clicking through whatever's the first thing that pops into your mind, that's the kind of videos you should be making.
Honestly, at this point, Rob, like for me, the stuff that I want to watch is I want to watch the people that I've got. I just want to see whatever the people I've been like.
Yeah, I just want to see my friends at this point.
Like, I don't know. I don't go and look for comic content videos anymore. I go and look at
like unlike on Instagram.
Today? What did George post today? What did Rob post today? Yeah. Like that's literally all I look for anymore.
I find the opposite on Instagram, where I'm constantly looking at like other accounts, new accounts. Like you follow hashtags on there, and you get presented with stuff from the hashtag, as opposed to just people you're following and whatnot. YouTube doesn't. It's not really well suited for that kind of thing.
At least not in search terms.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't often search for comic book content.
I don't anymore. I mean, that's how I found everyone to start with, was searching for comic content, but I don't anymore. Now it's just like, what did the people that I know make? And then if I get introduced to a new channel, and I have time, I'll check out what they're making. But like, it's more about the name of the channel than the content that they're of the video. I don't look at video titles for nothing hardly, unless it's like, I'll watch something. Like if I could tell it's something I'm not necessarily interested in.
Well, I do think giveaways and like sales and auctions do help, as far as like, growth and whatnot. Like I've had good success with giveaway, like whatever you can call it a contest, and have people do something, or just do a giveaway or whatever. Yeah, and those seem to have I've done 3 giveaways now. I did a 250, a 250 sub, Road to 500, and then the 800 sub or
Yeah.
whatever. And all of those seem to have fueled, a good chunk of channel growth for me, even though some people unsubscribe you the second you reveal the winners. And that happened yesterday to me when I revealed the winners.
Oh, yeah.
But it's fine. I mean, that's kind of comes with the territory of doing those every once in a while.
Like I've done 2 giveaways, and both times I got subs at lower rates than I was before I started the giveaway. So apparently I wasn't giving away good stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I do tend to overdo it when it comes to like prizes and things.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe there's some truth to that part of it as well.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, but I don't think the amount of people subscribed to us should be an indicator or marker of our worth as people or creators.
No, definitely.
Especially considering, look at how many people out there that have been doing this for longer than we have, that have much lower subscriber counts than we do.
Right.
And so I'm happy for whoever's there. But also at the same time, the more followers you have, the more you have to watch out what you say. And
That's
the
true.
longer you've been around on YouTube, just as an example, I'm sure the both of you have at least heard of the name Jenna Marbles.
Yep.
She canceled herself about a week or 2 ago because back in 2011 she did a blackface video and she kind of forgot about it. And then one day somebody popped up and went, "Hey, what about this?" She grew as a person. She's not that type of a person that would be racist. But one little thing that came out from way long ago, you have to be careful what you say. The larger the audience watches you, because you'll have those investigators that will go and find something, anything.
Oh, yeah.
Just ask the guy that directed Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right. Yeah. Luckily, that all resolved itself in a sane way. At the end,
but we probably should have had Guardians 3 by now, right?
It
Yeah,
totally
we should have Guardians 3 already. Yeah.
I mean, it kind of worked out to like people's benefits because he's going to do Suicide Squad 2 and Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah.
You know?
We have to wait longer, but yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But still, I'd rather have James Gunn doing both of the movies than not doing both of the movies.
Yeah.
I'd rather have anybody
going,
than the previous director on the Suicide Squad movies. So yeah, I think DC won.
Yeah, DC definitely benefited out of that because the first Suicide.
It's like, you don't want him? Don't mind if I do.
God, that thing was a mess. Like, it had some good performances and stuff.
Well, I mean, aren't they talking about like an Ayers cut? Remember, because like the final movie he submitted wasn't the movie that people saw in theaters apparently, and DC, Warner, like basically gave the movie to like a trailer production house that does like chop stuff up and like, because they basically remixed the movie. Like it's almost like a music video, like
it looks like Sucker Punch. That's actually a good way of putting it. I mean, take out all the dialogue, put in some trance music, and you got yourself a music video. As a movie, it's terrible. As a music video, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, there might be some truth to that. Like, it might have been like more of a movie than what we got or whatever. But I'm glad that there's a whole other direction happening.
I will say that's probably like from everything I've heard that it appears that's maybe the biggest problem. Warner Brothers meddling has been the biggest problem. Like the DC thing,
they
just want to a movie
play the character. It's like okay.
They don't want the characters to be the character. They're constantly
like they cut in some like B-roll of like 3 scenes, and that was what Jared Leto got to do.
Yeah.
You want to see how bad producers can be? Go back and watch Kevin Smith touring around the country doing his college videos where he talks about this guy, John Peters, a producer that when he was writing the Superman movie, he asked him to put in a giant mechanical spider. And apparently, as he's been talking to everybody that's been working around this guy, it's like, this guy has a big hard-on for giant mechanical spiders. I don't know what's up. So eventually it finally did happen, and it was called Wild Wild West. Right. So a producer can get something in their head, and no matter what your vision is, it's like, that's nice, but we're going to do this because I'm giving you the money.
Yeah. You ever seen that documentary that John Schnepp did, Superman Lives, What Happened, or whatever, like with a Nick Cage Superman movie that Kevin Smith was the writer at one point, and like all the craziness that like led to that movie not ever happening.
Yeah.
You
That
know,
movie was a mess,
I'm
yeah.
wishing it did. Because maybe you could have remixed it into something else. I mean, just look
Yeah.
at Joel Schumacher. There apparently is a cut out there of Batman Forever that's super dark, but much like the Justice League Snyder cut, it would probably have to go through some major production just to get it
Right.
out to the public.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering how much money that Snyder cut is actually gonna, at the end of the day, it's gonna cost to finish. Like, because they were like,
knows?
they were like, oh yeah, it's
I
a
don't
couple $1 million, and then they're like, oh wait a minute, this is gonna cost more than that.
It's like, are we going to actually have to
but I
hire
don't
these
even
actors or
trust
can
Snyder.
CGI them all?
I don't know.
Yeah. Like, I have no desire to see that stupid thing because I don't think Zack Snyder's a very good director or movie maker. But
I look at Zack Snyder the same way as I do Tim Burton. If someone else is writing his script, it's probably okay. If he writes it himself, it's going to be trash.
yeah.
Beetlejuice, Batman, all those movies that Tim Burton did, written by other people.
Yeah.
Look at the shit that he's done by himself. Ooh. Ed Wood wins an Oscar.
Yeah, I'll get right on that. I think I have 3 of those back here, Matt.
Yeah, let me get right on that. I got a couple doubles of that. So
Yeah. I got 3 or 4 of those in the box, I think. So
Just get me a GSX one in that condition without a slab.
there you go.
Slabs just take up room. I'm running out of room.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
What? I can't tell that you're running out of room there, Rob. You only have how many comics do you think you have at this point?
Well, I know for a fact how many I have, minus these 9 boxes back here, which are probably going to go.
You're on the CLZ thing, right? The CLZ.
Yeah.
Thing. Yeah.
3 solid weeks at the beginning of the pandemic.
I sometimes I wonder if I can post up a, I don't know, an internship or something for somebody to come log my books.
It really isn't that bad. It's actually fairly easy, honestly. But yeah,
you could, if you perhaps paid them in comics, they could only.
Yeah, no, I would be willing to pay in comics.
And you'd have to kind of observe or have a camera on them. But the second that you hire somebody that's like another speculator or flipper, they're probably going to be stealing books. So
it's too risky.
Or you get somebody that knows nothing about it.
Yeah.
you can. There you go.
Next time I get my brother visiting over here, I'll be like, so there's a project I've been saving for you. Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Let's make Rob big.
If I can get the zoom on this. Auto.
Only
13.4, man. 13.5.
Almost 10 times what I got.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
It's that plus 21 because I haven't entered these yet from this past Wednesday.
There you go.
Damn.
Yeah, I got.
That is not something to boast about when you have a room that's basically just a room. I can't afford to go and put stuff into storage all over again, especially now.
Yeah.
So it's either be very judicious on what you select.
Yeah.
It's like, do I really need an issue of Hawkman 25 when the only issues I have is 24 because I heard Lord of the Void or Veil or something? Why do I have this?
That's a lot of comic books.
Because you need it.
Yeah. I mean,
it might blow up.
I don't have all of my Raw comics catalog, which is why I was joking about getting an intern, but I have my slabs cataloged in Go Collect or whatever. So
yeah,
I keep track of it in there. Also. But so that's manageable because it's not a crazy amount. But the Raw books, my rough estimate is I have 3,000 Raw comic books, in addition 3,000-ish, in addition to the slabs I have or whatever. But that's a total estimate. I really don't have.
This has just been my favorite thing about.
Use the barcode scanner.
Barcode.
I can just feel like I'm at the supermarket. Oh yeah, I don't have the.
That doesn't work for Silver Age though, does it?
No, not
Silver
really.
Age, no. It doesn't even work for stuff in the 90s.
Okay, yeah.
Well, it
Sometimes it
will
does,
if
not
the
always.
barcodes look similar to this, but if it's a newsstand, it will definitely not work.
Yeah.
Deet. And there it is.
Nice.
I don't even really use the barcode that much. I usually just go to the title and scroll till I find the book that I got and just tick, 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 like that and click it. So I want to say hello to House Till the End, Bear Island, and Perry Comics for joining us. We're just hanging out,
guys.
fellas. So Bear Island, what's a recap? We're talking about comics.
Yeah, there was really no specific point.
There's been nothing. Yeah. So
Okay, quick recap. This is the recap. We have too many comics, but it's still not enough.
There you
it's
go.
definitely not enough.
You're caught up. Oh, movies too.
Oh yeah, we did talk a little bit about movies. So.
Video title says unboxing, does it?
They did, yeah. I did unbox something.
I forgot you did that already.
I unboxed my winning.
Oh, the pop. That's right. Pop. Because it was a pop, I don't remember it. I don't retain the pop related unboxing information in my brain.
And then I did show a book that I unboxed earlier today because before I decided to do this, and then that was this. So
that's right. Prison Goodness. And we talked about who has ever actually read an issue of Red Sonja or Umbrella. Yeah.
Which, newsflash, it's him.
I've actually read an issue. I've actually read like 16 issues of Red Sonja or whatever that whole storyline was. So
that's impressive.
But I haven't read anything outside of that one storyline.
And Bear is technically right because that's still in the box. So
well, it's out of the box it came to me in. So there you go. Actually, I do usually take pops out of the box, but yeah. So would you like me to take it out?
Not a Russian doll because you didn't get to the last one.
Oh, okay, there you go. I can take it out of the box. Hang on.
Semantically, you're correct.
I should probably unbox.
Actually, you know what? Just those, Bear, I'm leaving it in the box.
I should probably unbox those pops that you sent me, JP, like, but totally outside of the pop box, and display them somewhere. But I don't know where.
I'm a clickbait flipper. I've sold one comic.
You put your pops in your comic box long boxes, so that way you don't have to pay an extra $10 for the comic book barricades, and you save yourself some money, but you just overspent.
Well, see, I don't have that issue, Rob, because I have 0 long boxes. I only have short boxes, and every single one has just enough room for me to, like, expand it a little bit, but without overstuffing it, and like that's it.
Without going.
Yeah.
Hey, TJ.
Yeah, pretty full at the moment. May have to get some more.
TJ's sending out advanced radar about more Slab Dragon AOKs.
Oh yeah, I've known about I knew they were all going out, so John and all of them will have Monday could be a big day for TJ unboxings. Holy moly, they should all get together. So
I love those lateral filing cabinets. Daymare's talking about those. I love those. Those are cool, man.
Yeah.
I would have nowhere to put them though. That's the problem. But.
Yeah.
Just leave enough room so you can actually flip through the books. Otherwise, if you have to go and reach out a whole big stack just so that you can wind up flipping through a few of them, you're doing it wrong.
There's too many in the box. Yeah, you're way too.
I probably have honestly 10% more books in a short box than that should be in there for some of them. So
a couple of them, I'm getting to that point. Yeah, because it's like I don't want to start a new one for that run.
Yeah, I avoid buying new boxes for as long as I possibly get. So,
yeah.
I have one box only that's filled almost completely all the way, and it's because it's the entirety of the run of Bendis's Ultimate Spider-Man and all of Ultimate X-Men.
Much respect, because that's my favorite modern Spider-Man run. I love that run.
It was.
I don't have every floppy or whatever, but I've read the whole run.
No.
I love it. I have 3 original art pages from the first issue.
Nice. All from the first issue. I didn't know that.
All from Ultimate Spider-Man #1, the first Ultimate title.
So nice.
Yeah.
He wasn't even in costume.
That's before he turned into Spider-Man, though, that issue. So there's no action scenes.
Spider-Man until issue 3 or 6,
something like that. Yeah.
And then
so by the end of the first issue, he's like he's like
He's
experiencing the powers. Yeah, exactly. But he doesn't become Spider-Man. So.
He's like,
Yeah,
what?
it's like issue 3 or 4,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
But the best issue of the entire run of all of Bendis's run on Ultimate Spider-Man, I channeled down to one issue. And
Which
it's
one?
an issue where he doesn't suit up at Spider-Man at all, and it's just a talking issue.
Oh,
Issue
okay. Yeah.
13,
Yeah, it's a good one.
where he comes out to Mary Jane.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a good
yeah.
one.
That
Yeah.
is a good one.
And she's like, oh my God. And they're
I haven't read
freaking
that
out
for a
together,
long
and it was
time.
beautifully written. It was emotional.
And I love how, I love the the choices that he made in diverting from the original run, you know, and retelling it for a new generation. It's a fantastic run. I love it.
So.
Although, to be
I
fair, I
actually
have not read it again since it came out. So going back, I'm sure it would look kind of dated. But when it came out,
well, I'm in the process of rereading it. Like I think I got up to issue 20-something, 25 or something on Marvel Unlimited.
Oh, nice.
You know, the whole thing's on Marvel Unlimited. So
did it start in
I'm
2000?
loving it still. Like it's one of those things where I'll read Ultimate Spider-Man in between I'm reading other stuff like I'm reading some stuff for YouTube because JP has me on like 20 shows about fucking 20 indie books. And then I'm reading, you know, stuff that I missed, like we were talking about Tom King, the end of the Tom King run of Batman and all these other stories. But Ultimate Spider-Man's like my comic book reading crutch, where like I'll just go back to it in between other stuff or whatever. Yeah.
So I'm gonna guess you were also one of those people that actually got Ultimate Fallout for cover price because it was just the next issue in the series.
Word. Nice. I mean, I got the second print for cover price. I didn't get the first print for cover price. So yeah, I am a little bummed out about that, but what are you gonna do?
Since we're gonna do that in a few weeks, you do need to get that, Matt. So yeah, I have.
It's on the Hoopla app for free. You know, the library reading app, the digital library reading app. So the whole book, whole graphic novel's on there.
Alternatively, if you didn't want to pay for it now, because once you read it, you will definitely want to own it, you can go to readcomics.to and type in God Country and read it and go, I have to own this.
Oh, really? That's a cool way
Just
to
like
read
how
it.
I did.
Nice.
Because before that, I read Thanos Wins because I had this guy, Brian, you know him as Take the Time Collectibles. He was telling me how great the storyline is. I picked up the first issue of 13 and put it back when it was cover price. And then a few issues later, I'm hearing Cosmic Ghost Rider. Who gives a shit about Ghost Rider? And then all of a sudden, it's finally blowing up and going, well, now it's out of my price range, but I'm never going to. It's stupid. Who cares if
I'll be honest with you, that's
Talon?
the modern character spec thing that has climbed or whatever that I just cannot wrap my head around that one, because it's not a unique character. It's like it's a version of an existing character with new powers. So to me, that amounts to like what the first appearance of Immortal Hulk is, and that's not a huge book. You know what I mean? Like, sure, it's not a cover price book, but it's not. I wouldn't consider it a huge book. Why is the first Cosmic Ghost Rider more than that? You know what I mean?
Well, alternatively, I'd say the similar about James Rhodes when he was just, Rhodey, the pilot.
Yeah.
And oh my God, this dude is drunk off his ass. I better put on his outfit. And now I'm Iron Man. And now I'm War Machine. And now I'm Iron Patriot. Now I'm back to War Machine.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be right back, guys. You guys keep it going.
Oh, we're taking over?
Evolution?
No,
all right. Everybody sub up to Not Near Mint, Rob Worst, and Comic Books NYC. We're taking over this is now NYC's No Budget Collecting channel. Right? No.
Yeah.
There it is. I'm just trying to vamp here because really this is JP's channel and JP's show. Rob Worst, pull some books. I can't highlight his screen and make him big or anything, but that's good.
So if you don't have a budget, you might as well just blow everything in your bank account and just get what you really want. If you wind up seeing a nice unrestored old book from the 1950s, buy it.
Nice. I did that recently with this nice unrestored book from the 1950s.
Ooh,
Even lower grade than that, though. But this is this is a golden age book. This Black Hawk number 47, Reed Crandall cover.
oh, nice.
So cool.
So
Tommy gun
yeah,
action and stuff.
okay.
Love it. But,
Looks like we're still live, so you guys didn't get me kicked off YouTube.
yeah,
so.
we just showed a couple pickups.
Yeah.
Damn it, I was
And,
just about
yeah.
to pull out my Tim Vigil collection.
This is NYC's no budget collecting. That's what I called it.
I did not drop the link where anyone can just click in, but if anyone wants the link, I will send it to them. Oh, John is asking for the invite. Sorry, John. Hang on. Let me reply.
242 is first Brainiac. 252 is first Supergirl.
Supergirl.
I'm like, I had to actually look for a second. I'm questioning myself.
Link to be sent, Johnny. Yeah, 252 is first Supergirl. That's right.
I'm like, I had it. I spent a ton of money on it. Like,
That one was 242, Bear.
I wish I had a 252, but for some reason I like the villains.
Yeah, man, that book got pricey, huh? I had a Supergirl number 1 9.0, first solo title, Supergirl,
Mhm.
Nice.
Bronze Age. I put it up on somebody's auction. I don't remember. Not as an auction, as like a buy it now. And I had a killer deal on it. Nobody took it. Nobody. I mean,
Oh, I remember that. And if I had the money,
nobody cared. Nobody took me up on it. Super nice copy. Fucking 9.0 copy of Supergirl number 1. Hey, John. Nobody took me up on it. So I gave it to a friend as a gift here in New York. She's a big Supergirl fan, so I just gave it to her. So
And
Sure,
showing
appreciate
it more than a flipper. How you doing,
Yeah.
John?
I'm doing all right. How about you guys?
we're just hanging out, man. So,
chilling.
I was trying to subtly ask JP for the invite, but I didn't want to be like,
you should have just been like,
Didn't it say open invite or something in the thing?
I did. I just didn't drop the. After what happened.
Yeah,
to
we're
you,
not
I
dropping links in the
right in
chat.
the link.
Yeah,
You have to ask.
Yeah.
Either on Instagram or
I
something.
asked by email and by Instagram. I was like,
Oh well, I hadn't checked either.
So
I
I'll do
just
it.
drop the link and make sure that they're wearing pants.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple of books today.
It's like, hey,
Oh, yeah?
stand up for a second. Okay, you're good.
Whoa.
See, he's always classier though. He's wearing pants and ties.
He got
And
a-
Yeah, that looks like actual professional work pants.
Right.
Yeah, they
Like-
look all professional and stuff.
I was
I'm
working.
I got to go back to work in 2 hours. I'm wearing pajamas. So
Wow.
I have lawyers going, is that a background? Or are those DVDs? They're comic books. Is that the first appearance of Deadpool? Like, oh my God, how does he know that?
It's sad that that's the one they recognize, though, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're
Yeah.
not looking. They're not looking back. Is that Days of Future Past? Nobody's doing that.
No one's going, oh my God, that Captain America. No, they're going, Deadpool?
I always feel out the person on the other end of a Zoom meeting for like a minute or two, and then determine if they're cool enough to be let inside the comic book nerddom of my background or not. Right. But I'll have a green screen thing or fake background, and then I'll change it if the person's cool. But that's what I do. It's my system.
I'm a nihilist. I stopped caring about that long.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's still some of that. Reggie did a whole video about it once. I think what is it? Stigma or something around collecting comics and stuff, and how that's it's it used to be way worse, and then it it's a lot better now than it used to be or whatever. But I still feel like I'm sometimes mentally living in those times. When I talk to non-YouTube, community, Instagram community people, bringing it up and whatnot, it's still a little bit weird.
I fully will take if I have to do a video thing for work, because when I'm working from home, I take the background out.
You do. You don't just use a fake digital background and just make things easy.
I don't know how to do that.
I don't either. I just turn.
That don't require me to have like skills and stuff.
I just angle it so that I get the like background.
What am I going to turn?
It's not that hard to put in a digital background. I put in like I put it in so it looks like I'm piloting the Millennium Falcon and shit during meetings. Like,
yeah, for me, it's just moving everything so that you see just maybe a little bit of the Avengers, and then it's all the rest of the back. So when I'm working with my students, it was like I'll just slid the table over and then slide the table back.
Yeah.
And I screwed up the camera. There we go.
Yeah, no, I'm not smart enough to do the digital background.
all you have to do is like download a file and
on
hit
the
2 buttons.
Go live button.
But it doesn't work on StreamYard, right? It's only on
on Zoom or whatever.
On Zoom, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Ask your boss this. Are you paying me extra to change the background? No? Go to hell.
Well,
my boss doesn't care because he used to collect comics and still has his collection from when he was a kid and everything. So that doesn't really matter to me. It's more like when I'm doing it with like third party people like that don't know me, kind of thing.
My idea is this is very similar to you can actually pay a zoo to Zoom bomb your meeting. So if you want to have a donkey show up and go, hey, this is from Miami Metro Zoo, we're Zoom bombing you. Hi, this is a pet. Just like if you're in a Zoom meeting with people want to show their freaking pets. Instead, you have that come up and you blow up a meeting so that way it's not all serious and boring and statistics and Monday meetings and the next meeting, the meeting after the meeting.
The meeting for the meeting that you're going to have the meeting for. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
The pre-meeting to discuss the meeting that you need to have when you have a meeting.
I actually had one of those like last week where it was like at 9 a.m., like a 9 a.m. 15-minute pre-meeting for like a 3 p.m. meeting. It's like, okay.
Oh, God.
Great.
Pre-meetings are the worst.
Yeah, seriously.
So what about you, Johnny?
So are you going to do a giveaway now, JP? Like, where are we going with this? What's happening?
What are we doing? A giveaway? I don't know.
I don't know.
When I get
Isn't that what people do now?
Like, do a giveaway.
This stream's over an hour old, and there hasn't been one giveaway yet.
No,
I got through AOKs.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, let's see what you got, John.
So one of them is in the chat. My buddy Daymares,
Nice.
He had this X-Men Unlimited issue 44, but it's this Doris Day project foundation.
Oh wow! After this,
cool.
It's not the newsstand, and it's not the direct edition. It's an alternative variant because of the little tag there. So
nice.
He just sent this to me like just today. It just arrived.
Sweet.
He included a little teacher note on the back there.
Oh, nice.
He said, kind of rare because of the barcode and a page on the inside that it's the only X-Men Unlimited book that he had, and now it's mine.
There you go.
And then the other one.
John?
What's that?
What year did that come out in?
Oh, let me open that up.
It looks like metrosexual Wolverine on the cover.
Maybe it was.
It's part of the time.
As opposed to like Hipster Beast.
Yeah, it is definitely a hipster beast.
Hipster Beast has got the little beard going, a little hair coif.
Should be like
2003, right around Perry's birth.
That sounds about right. At the beginning of
Perry was what? He was not yet born yet in 2003, was he?
Perry is as old as time itself. He was doing YouTube when they hung cameras from Tyrannosaurus Rex's necks.
So I'm going to post that Daymares tonight before I go to bed. I'm going to post that top variant Thursday. And then this was from No Good Comics. He saw my list of books that I needed, and he's like,
I love Justin. Yeah, good guy.
Yeah, No Good is awesome.
He's like, I got a super low grade copy, and I'm like, well, I don't have a copy, so
Nice.
X-Men 104.
He's been collecting the hell out of X-Men.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah,
Nice.
Great classic new team cover. Throwback to the X-Men with
X-Men 1,
cover, just awesome. So super awesome that Justin sent me this, and he said it's one of his favorite reads too. In rereading the early Claremont issues. He's like, that's one of my all-time favorite issues. So
how many more do you have that need to arrive?
Where's my list?
Because I know you're not technically checking.
And how many of those are in TJ's box?
I have 5. I have 5 that I am missing.
But you said they were all accounted for.
They're all accounted for, yeah. But like my brother has one, and he's such a pain to get a hold of.
Daniel, good to see you, brother. I haven't seen
Daniel. I haven't seen Daniel forever.
He's never gonna mail it. So like I've got to go to his house and remind him to get it, which could take a while with COVID and everything. Yeah. And then a buddy of mine, Tank Collects, I bought one from him, but we were waiting to fill up a box and we never did it. And now he's like, I don't know what box it's in anymore. So he's looking around for issue 134, which I purchased quite a long time ago. We just haven't gotten around to. And then the other 3 are en route. Actually, that one actually is one I got to erase off the list. So that's one less. The 104, I got it.
Might pick it up
my highlighter.
Knock it off. Kick it off. So
that's why I had
so close. Yeah, don't worry, you're gonna get like 9.4, 9.6 quality of like 3 or 4 of them in TJ's box on Monday.
Dude. So as far as in the house, I'm just missing 4, I guess.
Nice.
So close, man.
And they're all in the world somewhere.
Yeah, I had to laugh at you the other night when you were like, I think it was you that you were like, yeah, TJ's sending me a book, and I'm like, like, yeah, there's no way you're getting one thing.
Yeah, I think I know one of them. He hinted at one of them. Is
yeah.
On the list. And yeah, it'll be in like 9-8 white pages from 1970.
Yeah.
So.
Because that's TJ.
Yeah, because it's TJ. So we'll see. And then I had that slab arrive the other day.
Yeah, that slab was nice. That was a nice copy, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where it is anymore. It's in the box. I've been scared to touch it probably. So I don't know. It's gone. It's in the box. You are far from trivial. You have the best Wednesday night show around, as John can attest.
There's nothing else on Wednesdays.
Adam.
Oh man!
Like right now, there are 16 different auctions, including Lady Fantastics, all going on right now.
Right now?
Right now?
Now.
That's
really?
Insanity.
I don't even know if I know 16 channels off the top of my head.
I just pop over to my subscription because I'll subscribe to literally anybody.
So will I. Like if they're making comic book content, and I'll sub them up. But like that's a lot of auctions. Damn.
Well, I know Houdat had an auction, and I don't know. There was like 3 or 4 when I clicked on here. Yeah, it was insane.
But last night during mine, Joker M21 was on, and he had like 144 people bidding.
Oh yeah, no, I saw. There was like 300 people in the chat during one of the auctions.
And prior to you coming on, I was watching one on Houdat's, and dude had a Venom #3, first print and third print. And I'm just watching the numbers go from like 150, 200, 250, 300, 315. Everyone stop bidding. I already sent my PayPal, $325. I'm going to need a refund.
Really? Jeez, that sounds like a nightmare.
I'm like, I know you're just trying to show who has the biggest pocketbook, but who are you trying to prove?
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I'm with Bear. I've pretty much stopped watching the auctions because
I don't really watch them. I see people post like highlights from them on Instagram later, like on their Instagram story or whatever, and that's the only like knowledge I have of them most of the time.
Here, I'm going to give you
this is so
every auction is like. Every single auction to me. Here's a book. It is the first appearance of a character. We're going to start this at $5. Dead silence for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, we have $5. Dead silence for another minute. We have $6. I can't believe there's no one bidding. Why aren't any you assholes bidding?
You should do a whole auction with this character. This Rodney Dangerfield Rob Worst.
The Rob Worst auction. I love it.
From here, I'll send you cockroaches.
My comics get no respect.
No respect around here.
Oh, I love it.
I did see one time when somebody sometimes people just don't know the camera's going on them next. It's like this. Okay, Robin, you're next. God damn it, you little fuckers! Why are you bugging Daddy? This is the time that Daddy needs to make his. Hi. So the next book we have is this one. And shut up.
That's so perfect. That's so true. John Garcia.
Jeez, Rob, I do that one time, and you never let me hear the end of it.
It wasn't you. I know the name, but I'm a court reporter, so in this, I have to be discretionate on names. So I'm very good at pretending that things didn't happen. But at least I'll forget their names conveniently.
Daddy's got to pay for your college.
Carlito makes a good point, though. It does get YouTubers lots of viewing hours and whatnot.
Well, it gets a lot of subs. People that
I haven't done a sale or an auction on my channel yet, and if I ever do get to 1,000 subscribers, I won't be able to monetize because I don't have the watch hours, and because I have never done auctions. I've never done auctions or like those kind of really lengthy shows where people are there the whole time.
Yeah, well, you just have to do random shit like this because I have the hours, and it's just because I do shit like this.
Well, I just need to make more content than the one video a week I can muster out if I'm lucky. So,
Are you talking about the goal of monetization? Yeah,
I mean, in theory, if I could, get to
if I ever get to 1,000, which I figure will happen about 2023 at the rate I'm going, so. Yeah,
you and I it'll be weird, JP, for you. You actually make content every week, so that's a good shit.
I will say, and I don't want this to come out the wrong way, but of the people that are in 1,000 that aren't brand new, I make the most content of almost anybody who's not at 1,000 subs. I make multiple videos a week. Almost everyone that's been on as long as I have that makes the amount of the content I do is well past 1,000.
You don't make as much as Biggie because he goes on 4 times a day.
I said most. I didn't say everyone. You're right. But Biggie,
I
love Biggie.
He's not making any edited videos. Let's just leave it at that.
I want to make this very clear. I love Biggie, but Biggie has a very specific audience for the type of content he makes. Not everyone is going to like Biggie's content.
Hey, but he's killing it with that interview show, man. I was on it tonight, man. I had a good time on it. Yeah, had a good time.
He did a fantastic job. That was fantastic tonight.
It was really good.
Thank you, Carlito. So, I would say I have a very loyal audience because all my videos get the same number of views. So I must have a very loyal audience.
Well, I think you and I have had similar.
Oh, go ahead.
I think JP and I have at least had similar channel growth experiences.
Yeah.
It's just.
I remember doing my video for your 800 sub contest, John. I think that was the last time I edited a video for a contest. I still edit a video every now and then or whatever, but I remember that. I don't remember how long ago that was. Was that a year ago or something?
I don't think so. I don't think it was that long ago.
So less than a year ago.
Yeah. I don't even remember.
Yeah. No, it's it.
I wanted to hit 1,000 because I like the idea that you can go mobile and do, without
honestly, that's a great feature.
Got all the add-on stuff, and then I like the community tab. I think the community tab is really underrated, and it's a great way to highlight other. I just use it to highlight other people.
Do those things get unlocked even if you're not?
Yes.
Eligible to monetize.
The only thing that doesn't get unlocked.
Because I have yet to monetize.
You're not monetizing because of your
channel
content. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
And I will say, I want to get to 1,000 for 2 reasons. 1, it unlocks everything so that you can just do whatever. And 2, then I don't know. There's just something about you're at 1,000. Then I don't think I'll ever like pay attention after that because everything's unlocked at that point.
Right.
Like that's really all I care about. What now?
It says that StreamYard now enabled.
Yeah, they
mobile
did.
Yeah, StreamYard did. Holy moly! I got Reggie in my
Reggie,
chat.
what's
What
up,
is going on? I forget 1,000 subs. I just made it.
There you go.
Because I will say, Reggie is the second YouTube channel I ever subscribed to, like for comics. Reggie
Nice.
was. I remember Reggie in his kitchen with the reverse, like when he couldn't figure out the camera when he was first doing it, he kept getting the reverse images. Like
Reggie's channel is the first channel I actually like typed in the chat and said, "Hey, I'm a person in this community and I exist. What's up,
Me
Reggie?"
too.
So
Reggie was the first
and
person
he
I
immediately saw it, shouted it out. All that. Reggie's the best.
Yeah, I remember back in the day when he was first starting and his internet connection was kind of unstable. And now, if you go back and look at his first videos as to now it looks like crystal clear 1080, 4K, the golden standard. And I don't know if that's a marker from how many subscribers you have to allow 720 to go to 1080. I don't know what it is, but at some point it looks like some people's videos go from a little choppy to perfect.
Yeah.
Streaming.
Yeah. Definitely lost progress.
Yeah. Reggie was one of the big three for me, like Tom, Bueller, Reggie, those guys.
Those were like my three major first channels.
So I'm like the only person I know of that didn't find Bueller till later. It was Tom, Reggie, Thanatos were my first three, and then I found like as other people came on, I didn't find Bueller till way later. I have no idea what I was searching wrong. Like I was watching. I think I got Bueller's channel either from you or from Tom at some point, John. Like, is how I found Bueller's channel because I'm pretty sure I found you before I found Bueller.
Wow.
I think I found John and Bueller at the same time because they were on at the same show. That was back when Bueller was wearing the vest.
The vest.
Oh, the vest. I missed the vest. I want the vest back.
I started watching Bueller a few weeks before I think his roommate passed away suddenly, and that's when I remember really got involved with the community because everyone came around to support him, and I saw that people weren't acting like asshole trolls.
Those Friday night live streams that Bueller did when he was like the only guy doing that every week, like he was like the Johnny Carson of comic book YouTube community, or Jay Leno. I don't know. Pick your guy or whatever. But that's what it kind of felt like around that time. That I remember, like, oh yeah, it's Friday night. Bueller's doing something. Must be doing something, you know?
Yeah. Bueller on Fridays, and it was just so weird. And I remember like it was a big deal when because there were nights when there were no comic of the channels I was watching. There was no content.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
there was none, and now there's like the explosion.
It's overload.
Channels. It's like you can't even keep track of everybody. Like,
no,
it's amazing to me because I remember I originally was doing videos on Sundays and Mondays because no one was in those time slots.
Yeah.
And there's no such thing as an empty time slot now.
Yeah, when we picked Monday, even though we knew we weren't going to do it every week or every other week for Gotham City Chronicles, remember that? And we were like, oh yeah, Monday seems like it's like a decent option. It's
there's nothing going on.
It's gone. And now we've been relegated to in between people watching John's show on Saturday and the Saturday night auctions. We stick our show somewhere in the afternoon there, just so maybe somebody will see it.
Yeah, absolutely, Reggie. JB Definitely does God's work. And the sad thing is, he will have 30 videos in the lineup for today. And with the channels I watch, he's not even scratching the surface of the stuff
that's
not
actually scratching the surface anymore.
Yeah, he can't. He's not keeping up anymore. There's
too much.
There's so many.
We had to tell everybody last year, if you don't have your, I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to curse or not.
Dude, you can curse. It's my channel. You can curse.
Okay. Starting out,
These are not for
when he was
kids.
putting videos out, just like how I dropped in the chat, I used to think that when Discovery Bay would say my name and your show is on, that you made it. But as things were going on and more shows were coming about, and really it was Reggie that I first heard this from and really sparked the interest for me to do this kind of thing, where he said, it doesn't matter the background you have. All that matters is that you're excited about the subject that you're talking about, because I'll watch those videos. And I went, shit, you're right.
Pretty much.
And then I did this anyway.
But, well, we were talking about this earlier. Like, I don't search YouTube for like comic subjects anymore. It's like, I just watch, what did John put out today? What did Reggie put out today? What did Rob put out today? What did, and I just go through, that's how I find videos. And most of them, it doesn't matter the subject matter. I just click on it and see what Reggie's talking about today, or I see what Tom is talking about today, or whoever it is, or Bear Island. Oh wait, Bear Island never makes videos.
I think yeah, that's one. That's one. Yeah, that's one we won't.
I see them everywhere.
We will expect an epic video at the end of this year to help get us pumped up for next year. Let's just say
at
that.
some point we are getting an epic video.
No, and I know I'm being vague about that, but Bear's like working on like a movie right now, literally of our.
He has been working on a movie for like 6 months,
pretty much.
I like what Sam says here, and I think he's right. He thinks that Thursdays at 4 a.m. is open, so go and grab that.
All right, I have claimed that. Okay, Comic Books NYC after dark 4 a.m.
Now I just remembered.
Be there in the chat giveaways. I got it.
I was gonna say there's got to be like 6 auctions at that point. I can't like.
At least.
I've seen metaphoricals go until like 5, 6 in the morning.
Oh my gosh! Like, yeah, the whole auction. It is so, like, the whole explosion of auctions. Like, I remember when it was a big deal if there was an auction on it. It was like, oh.
I remember the Great Legend like calling that like 12 to 15 months ago, saying like, oh, you got, it's just the beginning. Like, next year is going to be like the year of the auctions, and he was totally right on point, right on the money.
I mean,
from time to time.
And I will say though, like there's auctions on all the time, but the sellers are the same people almost all the time too. Like, there's a group of people that I don't know how they got like all these dang books, but Roman and Mr. Led and like these people are on like, and Whodat are on like 6 auctions a week. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, I couldn't handle it too much. Later, Daniel.
I don't think he's still in here, but that's all.
Yeah, I think somebody in the chat probably feels very slighted right now.
Oh, did someone get slighted? What happened? Wait, what? Later, Daniel.
Later, Daniel.
Okay.
No matter what, whatever subject you're talking about, there will always be somebody that goes, he's talking about me. So I'm going to speak to everybody in the chat room directly. Not everything is about you.
Yes, it is. I'm talking about you. You know who you are. You, that guy. Talking about him all the time.
I'm the opposite of that. I'm the guy who's like, they're not talking about me.
Yeah, I'm basically on the John.
You know, people are like, John's comics with kids, and I'm like, there's probably another one. But I would just think that there's 2 kind of parents as well at school. When you call, there's 2 kind of parents that answer, right? The one that says, what happened to my baby? And the one that says, all right, what did my kid do?
That's true.
You got to figure out which one you are. The one that thinks that nothing bad is ever done by your child, or the one that thinks like, I know my kid, they probably did it. Like,
yeah. This is completely true, Reggie, just for so. Okay, John, I have a question. Because I know, like, in a couple of your things recently, you've talked about you've had some students in there and, like, in your chat. And so do your students and the parents and stuff know that you do this? And what do they say to you about this? I'm just curious. Like what kind of feedback do you get that you do this like on the side?
So like I'm still in I don't know if it's a YouTube closet or a real world closet, but I'm still kind of in the closet on the YouTube thing. Like admittedly, like you can actually go back on my channel and see the moment when my dad realized I had a YouTube channel. Like it happened.
I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was confessing to my family that, I have this. And now my dad shows up for some of my streams. He like pops in. He's like, I'm going to support my son. But I was like, I don't necessarily need to meld all the layers of my existence. Well, now the problem is I teach third grade and Charlie just graduated third grade. So all of her friends have known for a while that their friend Charlie has a YouTube show on Saturdays. Yeah. So some of those kids that jump into my stream are classmates of my girls. So Andrew and Kennedy are the two kids that are most often in there, and they're both classmates of my daughters. Because I don't tell parents, and I don't talk about this stuff to anybody. Even when they know I love comics, because I'll wear a T-shirt or whatever. Yeah. I'm not going to talk about YouTube. I'm just going to talk about books. So I'm still kind of like on the DL about collecting and stuff. And I don't connect my two Instagrams where it's like the family one and the comic one. Some people are subscribed to both because I used to do comics on the other one, and then I split. Comic Tom gave me the advice to split them, and it was the best advice ever. It's so easy to do. So a few people follow both, but most people just follow the comic one, which is probably more entertaining overall.
I don't know. I follow both because you post some fun stuff about your like the students and stuff you're doing in the classroom and that
school and kids and yeah.
So
that's better than what I ate tonight. I'd rather watch anything else other than what you ate tonight, your vacation photos, and children photos.
Right. I was going to say this. Never going to happen, Perry.
I mean, if anything, posting to a comic account on Instagram became so much fun and so much more engaging and positive that it led me to not post anymore on my personal. And I'm kind of neglecting my friends who follow me there because I'm not really sharing as much stuff over there, frankly.
I'm just gonna say this,
and that's what's happened to me.
Like, none of my family follows me on Instagram or does Instagram. I didn't split my accounts. I could give a rat's ass about the other people from my life that follow me on Instagram.
So my mom tonight basically told me she doesn't watch my show, but she knows it exists.
Well, that's right. My family has known almost since I started that I do this. Not one of them subs. Not one of them. I don't think they've ever watched a video. They have no idea what I'm doing at all. But they know I do it. They just don't They've never
Hey, Charlie subbed you.
Charlie subbed me. That was the highlight of my YouTube existence. I was Charlie's first sub.
When she can go into a chat and be like, "Ooh, they need one sub," it's gonna be me. Click. super pumped on that power.
Yeah. Yeah, because she got me. She was trying to get me to 8. She got me to 800. So that was, and she was very excited to do it. So that was
super pumped. Yeah.
The question that I was asked by my mom tonight that led me to believe that she has never watched a single second of my show or even looked up my channel. So what's your show about? How long does it go for? It's comics, and I'm still alive, Mom. Yeah. No,
my mom calls it the blog. She's like, "How's your blog going?"
Great.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll follow you. I'll follow your live journal account.
Yeah, right. I went live one time
on MySpace.
Yeah.
I joined a live stream one time from my folks' house. I was visiting them, and somebody had asked me to be on something, and I joined it one time, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go up to the other room and do this. And my folks were like, "So what are you doing? What are you talking about?" and I told them, and they're like, "Oh, okay." that was the extent of the interest. So, it's like, "Are you enjoying it?" And I'm like, "Yep." And they're like, "Okay, good." And that's
fair enough.
There you go.
I'll say
If
my
you
dad
tell
pretty much.
everybody, you'll get a couple subscribers. I have 3 attorneys that actually watch my show strictly on the fact that I just met him in a deposition and we're talking. Comics came up and I went, yeah, I have a YouTube show. You do? Subscribe. And now you probably see him in some of your chats. Ricky Ricardo Rodriguez Vacas. He's a local Miami attorney. He bids on your auctions. He's everywhere now, all because I said, yeah, there's a community of people that do YouTube and they're into comic books. And it was like,
That's cool.
you never know who you're going to run into that might get the
Yeah.
violence.
I left this one up there because I get this question too. So welcome to that sounds very familiar, Bear.
I think that's like all moms though.
Yeah.
Oh, TJ just dropped a great one. Oh my god.
And we actually said that during the stream because it was during your Saturday morning thing, and I said something and Charlie subbed, and she actually said that again.
Yeah. Hilarious.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, take that.
TJ can't get over how amazing you look. He just rolls out of bed like that, TJ. What are you talking about? That's like Rob just rolls out in the morning. He's just ready to go.
I look like this every day from about 8:30, 8:45 until I go to sleep.
Whew. That would be exhausting.
But
literally
very nice air conditioning.
Yeah, good air conditioning. Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Well, no, I just mean literally when I got shifted to working from home, this is what I wear, this kind of stuff all day, every day. I haven't put on because we have a uniform, because I work for a state agency, we have uniform shirts and that kind of stuff. I haven't put a triangle on because that's our logo is a triangle. I haven't put a triangle on in 4 months. It's just and I don't miss it at all. Gosh dang. Not having to wear khaki pants and collared shirts and 90-degree heat. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
So
very thin shirts that show your nipples.
Oh yeah.
Hey, just ask Andrew Cuomo. That became a big thing for about a week. Does he have nipple rings? I don't want to know. Thin work shirts, not good.
Finish the movie, Bear.
Finish the movie. Than your own
That's all we gotta say.
I wonder why you're known more about that than your own kind. Here's the question. She dropped that line in August of last year, during John's contest, or September, whenever that was. And
sometime last year, but I don't remember.
And Bear, have you made more than one video since then? That's the honest question. Now he does go live. He's on YouTube every week on Comcore.
That's true.
But he does not make many videos on his own channel anymore. And
I will say he kind of content-wise carries that Wednesday show with all the live shows he makes.
You can't tell it all, John. That he's
behind the scenes. Let me take you behind the curtain a little bit there.
Yes, you're right, Bear. We're in a pandemic. No one makes some videos.
So is everybody else.
Oh, sorry, TJ. I will leave the comments on longer.
I don't even like leaving the house, which
you don't need to leave his up there longer because he knows what
I'm just leaving it. That's the new comment.
There are no more comments after this. This is the final comment.
That's it.
Final comment. We're cutting it off. So, Kavi, I know you said you were going to hang out for 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, I got to get back to work in an hour, and I need some time between, but I'll stay for 10 more minutes.
Okay, well, we can wrap this up. Literally, this is my, I'm on vacation for the next 2 weeks, starting today, and I just wanted to hang out. I appreciate you guys joining me. I appreciate everybody hanging out. So,
I live for jumping onto live streams like this.
Yeah. Oh, I love to do this. I love to just hang out. Like I said, my entire YouTube comic community, what I watch, everything is based on people I've interacted with, and I'm like, what's Rob done? What's Andy done? It's I just want to see what you guys are up to. I don't really care about anything else. It's the people I've met. It's the only thing that matters to me about this anymore. So, and trying to meet a few new people, like when I have time. So, Kavi's got to go. I didn't say I had to go.
Well, I could go and you can keep going. You don't have to stop the show on my behalf.
And I've said, like, technically this is open. If somebody else wants to hop in here, they are welcome to hop in here. So
we're looking directly at you, Carlito.
That's right, Carlito.
You want to start a YouTube channel? This is like practice. Come on in.
So
come on down.
This is true. John says that
you get the idea out of your head that people are going to make fun of you, and you realize really nobody cares. And we're mostly just talking to other people that are into the exact same things that we are, maybe a little bit different here and there. And then you can talk about it and have people respond instead of going, "You're weird for liking that stuff."
Yeah.
So just do it. It's not a big deal. It's not that hard. I mean, it's time consuming, but it's not hard and fun.
This is very true, Burke. So.
Thank you. You almost made me spit my water.
Yeah, man, I think I've spent 3 hours on other people's shows today, let alone doing stuff for my own channel. So
I was going to say this. Everyone is.
I just spent almost 50 hours with the guy. Trust me. In a row.
Only if he doesn't blink.
And that's the question. And like when you hung out with him in Baltimore the entire weekend, John, did he blink more than twice the whole weekend?
I don't know. I did notice the remote control that he has attached to his back, like the robotic elements.
Oh yeah.
But the blinking seemed to have there was an automated pattern to it. You know, every
like it occurs
hold
on
on.
regular
There's some
intervals.
damage.
We're hating on Alec. We're burning on Alec. It's hilarious. See, there's TJ already trying to defend him.
Oh, TJ's gonna get on us, yeah. All right, we'll shift to we'll do what Bearded says. We'll shift and start making fun of Perry.
yeah.
What you mean? Robo.
What's Perry Movies up to these days? I give him shit and I say his name, the channel name is Perry Movies actually now. So
he just went live right now.
Yeah.
Is he live?
Yeah, he's got Old Wolf there getting drunk and talking shit.
Oh, there you go. I will say, like, the only one on my stream that's like been consuming anything is me, and it's been pretty slow. So
yeah.
But
if you ever see me consuming anything, you probably aren't going to see me anymore after about 2 weeks because I'll probably be institutionalized or dead.
Yeah, not a good idea for Rob.
No, definitely not.
I've heard him tell that story before.
Yeah. So
moving on.
And from that sour note.
Yeah, that was a herd of lights.
I need to start.
I can do like this if you'd like. Burke, is that better?
Oh, I don't know what you did, but it looked like a like from Star Wars or Star Trek.
I was going to say it looks like a beam me up situation going on. Yeah.
I could put somebody into an epileptic seizure.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not do that. I don't have very good lighting, like in this room, and so I just kind of make it work best I can.
There's my man. TJ's been binge watching Hannibal on Netflix. That show is freaking amazing.
The show is good. I watched the first 2 seasons, but I never finished it. Did they do like 3 or 4?
They did 3, yeah.
I just did 3, I think.
Yeah.
It's a masterpiece. But there's no ending because they said it's too dark. But a ton of people were watching it. There was no reason to cancel it.
I was so hoping that they would get the rights to Silence of the Lambs and be able to continue going, but it sounded like they just could not come to a deal on that. So
yeah, they'd have to pull the 2 main actors. They could get rid of the rest. They could bring in new people. It's fine.
But if they can't get the rights to Silence of the Lambs, there's nowhere for the story to go. That's the problem.
Yeah, that was supposed to be the next season.
Yeah. They had held off as much as they could and really done as much as they could to get to a point where they could make a deal with the De Laurentiis family, but they just couldn't. They couldn't come up with anything.
But the De Laurentiis family are like the cheapest bastards on the planet. Just ask, the director of Superman 4.
So it's too bad because it was. I remember watching it when it was live and just being like week to week, like, oh my god, I can't wait to the next episode.
Yeah.
And it's never been streaming anywhere until now. Netflix finally got it. And it's funny because I just bought the Blu-rays so that I could watch it again, because I was like, the Blu-rays are super cheap. And I was like, I'm going to watch this a bunch. So good.
People still buy Blu-rays?
John does.
Well, I realize you did, but I said still.
Yeah, there's plenty of cinephiles or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what they call themselves out there.
Collects two things, right? Comics and discs.
Still buy them.
I just watch them, memorize them, and forget them.
I don't see. Here's the thing. Like, I'm way too impatient when it comes to like movies and TV. I'm not going to be the guy that's like, I really want to watch Back to the Future, and it's like it's not streaming anywhere. Oh, I guess I'll watch something else. No, John's going to watch Back to the Future. So I just plug the disc in, and I can watch the movie I want to watch. That's the frustrating part of streaming for me. Is like, I want to watch Jaws, and it's not streaming anywhere. Well, that sucks. I guess I'm out of luck.
Yeah.
What gets more frustrating is when you buy the old DVD discs, because I had a huge collection before I sold it years ago. But when you wound up getting these newer, better TVs, and you put in like the DVD copy of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Tobe Hooper masterpiece. You put it in, and it starts playing, and it's like, if this is my screen here, it fits this much of the screen now.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, where's the rest of the movie? Why can't I blow it up? Oh, wait, now it's fuzzy.
Yeah.
So now you have a bunch of bad.
Well, yeah, I've been going through the same thing as it relates to retro gaming, because like I like playing retro, like old school, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis, like all those systems prior to HDMI and whatnot. And anytime you're using like a HDMI converter for any of those things, it's just not the same as plugging in through the those old school colored VGA plugs on an old school CRT TV that isn't widescreen. Like those games look way better on those old school device setups, because that's like the organic way that they were experienced. And like honestly, most of those, like most people didn't think that would be a thing, and then they moved beyond those. And now those things are coming back around, and people are like trying to get older TVs for their retro gaming setups and stuff.
Yeah, I have one in the other room that still has the like coaxial jack.
Yeah.
I can play my N64. My girls love GoldenEye. If they have their brothers,
oh my god,
they be playing GoldenEye right now.
Hours playing GoldenEye.
Yeah, me too.
They love it.
Experience.
And we have a VHS player in there for like some old VHS Disney movies. Like, hey, let's throw in this in there and whatever.
Nice.
I probably wasted more time playing GoldenEye than any other video game in my entire existence, because that came out while I was in college.
Right.
So, and it was just like,
we're about the same age then.
Yeah, I think all three of us are about the same age. So,
I remember
beating everyone but me.
I think three of us.
Is this the very first and only game I've played longer than 24 hours? Only game ever. Also, I have short attention span and ADHD.
I will say I was equally obsessed with the Ocarina of Time, Legend of Zelda.
I love Zelda Ocarina of Time, dude. I've been replaying it like on an emulator, but
it's so good.
No. Yeah. Actually,
that's a classic.
What am I talking about though? John's old. I'm not old, because not for 6 more months. I don't know where you fit on this, Rob, but I'm going to say you're probably younger than John, because John's old.
I'm pretty old. I'm a geezer. Both my knees bend backwards, and I got arthritis. I got my rheumatism because my fingers turn like this, and I can get out of handcuffs because my fingers are all bendy.
Wow.
I'm old.
Once I realized that, like, conceively I could have been Perry's dad, I was like, okay, I'm old.
I bought this the day it came out.
That's a great book. Yeah.
Go away, Burke.
I mean, college was 84 for TJ. I mean, that was the year I was born. So
I was 6 in 84.
I was 4 in 84.
So yeah, you're younger than John and I. Yeah, you're the youngest of the three. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I'm the oldest one here.
You're the old guy, John.
Yeah, I feel like I'm old too. I'm not in like my 20s or early 30s. I'm in my mid 30s, but that's
Let me go get my
Just to make you feel better, Kami.
There you go.
I'm
So
old
now I've
younger.
been upgraded to the old club.
Man, I'll get my abacus out and figure out how old I am.
There you go.
You just told us the other day. You know, you're all I know is you're older than me, and I'll tie you occasionally, but otherwise you're older. So,
Okay.
when we're tied, you're a young man, John. When we're not, you're old. That's how it works.
Quick, someone invite Captain on the show.
Right? Where's Rod when you need him?
Hey, Leah. He's over 50.
Papa.
You are his dad, TJ. What's the thing? He's a son of the dragon. What are you talking about? So
I don't know, backseat. How old are you?
Yeah, what are we playing with here? What are we doing?
well, Burke said 8. What did Burke say? 87? So,
My guess is he's 29, 31.
I don't know how old backseat
Oh, I
is,
was
though.
close. He said 28.
28. There you go.
All right, for those people in your 20s, get all the stupid shit you want to get done out of the way right now, like getting wasted all the time, getting injured, because once you hit about 35, it's all downhill from there. Every little injury is permanent, and acid reflux is a thing.
Yeah. Hey, Warlord, what's going on? Yeah, it's
Well,
amazing.
this chat has really degenerated. somewhere.
Yeah, we have a little chat that goes on in the background, this shit show chat chain, and we're kind of in that territory.
Yeah,
Where's Bubs when you need him? Bubs!
Where is Bub? Yeah.
He's probably in one of the 16 or 17 other auctions.
700.
37. There's currently, actually, I just checked, there's 37 auctions currently going on.
Oh my God.
It must be an off night.
Yeah. So slow night if you're looking to buy books.
Yeah.
It's a little tough.
People are going, I get paid tomorrow, so I got to spend everything I might be getting in my paycheck.
Maybe.
Isn't that wrong? Not always right. 37 auctions. But
I
when I
mean,
came on, there was
we're not far off from that, I guess.
I was double that. I was way off. At least I'll admit it when I'm wrong.
I don't know how many auctions there are. I'm making up a number. There's
Yeah.
probably low.
You
Let's
could
be
have
honest.
said
Probably like
42.
5.
I would have believed you.
4.
All I know is I feel like I haven't went on YouTube in the last 3 months and there's not been an auction
Yes.
in the afternoon. Like in the mornings, but from about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon till I go to bed, there's always an auction. At least one.
Bear Island JP should do a show on auctions 6 months later. I like it.
Isn't that what I do though? Because like you'll
What would
see
that
those
be?
books. Yeah, I mean those books show up on them auctions instantly, man. Like people like, oh, this hit the hot 10 list. You need to buy it. I'm like, no, you don't. Don't buy it.
Okay, here's some shit. I did an auction for the first time on my own channel last week.
Saw
You
that.
know how much I made? $30.
Yay.
Now, I
That
was
was the
putting
very
up books
first
that
time
were
I
like
did
in
an
the top
auction.
10 from a few weeks ago. I couldn't get $5 for some of them. So it shows you that top 10 list doesn't.
No.
Oh my God, Denim issue number 3, the third print. I'll pay $200 for that. I'm like, wait. Oh, wait, the first print, I'll pay $500. It's like $500. You could get a mid-grade Iron Man number 1 for that. What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
There's no spec on that. He's dead in the MCU.
Yeah, that can go up, Rob. What are you talking
No.
about?
Okay,
Everyone
if you want to follow that logic, Riri Williams is now blowing the hell up, and she doesn't have a book.
Yeah,
I see you.
Yeah.
this video was oddly titled for what it ended up becoming.
Unboxing.
New comic book day
It was a quick
pickups and an
unboxing. And we
unboxing.
talked about other stuff. The unboxing took 30 seconds.
Do I need to
I
go
don't know what
collect all the
it's gonna
books that I got for New Comic Book Day now so we can discuss them?
Yeah.
No, we're good.
Hey, I showed off the books I picked up on New Comic Book Day, and I unboxed something.
There you go.
You could,
happy.
you could do like D-Ronk and like just repurpose that and upload it as a separate
They
video.
didn't fall.
It didn't fall.
But
That's
your
good.
shows don't do stupid shit because you're trying to entertain people.
It's about
Yeah, these are all the books that come out. There were a lot of them. I got to chop it. And I'm not going to read half of them.
I love how also like it's been like every 30 minutes or so, Kavi's able to say, I'm going to leave in about 10 minutes.
I already said that. I said that once.
You said that like we were like
had earlier today.
AP has said it a few times. I'll give you that.
And she kept going, I need to leave in 10 minutes. They fight. I need to leave in 10 minutes. Fight. It's now. I'm living life as a fucking repeat.
JP probably tell us that he's about to wrap this up and then to go another hour.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
No,
that's really
I'm not ready
to wrap this
on Thanatos. I usually only go like 15 or 20 more minutes. Thanatos does like another hour and a half. Well, when he made videos.
I have not been late for work for
But yes, I am a notorious for being like full on Thanatos goodbye. There's no doubt about it. I am, yeah. But it's not named after me, it's named after him. So.
Hey, Kavi, are you late for work?
No,
he's got like an hour left.
Yeah, I got an hour, but usually like to not go from like a 4-hour live stream to work.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, you ate dinner before like 11 o'clock Eastern.
I know. I ate dinner in between finishing up with Biggie Shack's show, and then hopping on your show. So.
I just got an 11 o'clock at night text from a friend. I get the weirdest texts. Oh, wait, what the hell?
Oh, hang on. Me ready here. See if we can make it read. Yeah, I can't read that.
He's like, shit, why isn't this focusing?
Because he wanted to.
And it's like, I watch so many superhero shows now, I don't think I can go back to comics. He hasn't texted me since Sunday.
Well, it's important.
Just at 11 o'clock at night, I'm just going to send a random text to this guy, Rob, because I know he's into comics and he must have just finished the show and wants to start talking to me. I'm like, oh, no. I don't know what it is, but the second I hear ding on my cell phone and I feel like I'm about to have a heart attack, I want to shit out my heart. Like, oh, no, someone wants something.
It took me like a second to compute the statement. And I was like, oh, okay.
That's not a thing I've ever heard before. Oh, goodness, Rob. Oh.
If you're laughing, I did my job.
There you go.
Now I can go back to hating myself.
All right. We're going to wrap this up,
I
John.
think that Rob Worst quote that Bear put in the chat right there is the best way to end this show. So just highlight that comment.
I think he's also come up with the title for this live.
Yeah, retitle that to that.
That's the title. That's the title now.
That's going to be the end. I'm going to change the title of the stream to that.
Yeah, right after you rename it that, you're going to go, hey, where did all my views go?
Don't let us promote what's coming up on our channel, because we'll be going another hour at that point.
No, well, yeah. John does a thing on Saturday with his daughters, and he does some stuff on Wednesday that's not as good as the stuff Rob does on Wednesday, so watch Rob's. And Kavi occasionally does things sometimes when he feels like it. Usually on my channel because I'm making
it. Yes, exactly. Yep.
And yeah, I do this look back thing and other random shit. So there you go.
All right. Come on down.
There you go. Okay. Uh-oh, TJ's already mad at me because I'm like, sorry, TJ. If you're mad at me, then you won't send me another A-OK. There you go. So,
you need that like TJ Patreon tier level where the camera's always just on.
He can get the after show. There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Your life becomes the Truman Show.
Right, the Truman. Yes,
yeah.
Perfect.
All right, later, everybody. Thanks.
Peace out, everybody.
We'll catch you later.